My name is Haley, and I just finished the book Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare like an hour ago. So here are some of my thoughts. First of all, I really hate this book. Very, very strong dislike. And I'm gonna give it a, honestly like a 2.5. Generously a 3 out of 5. Because I have so many problems with this book, and let's start right with my very first problem. I feel like every single conflict in this book was solved by some sort of outside magical force, like the Hand of God, like some Deus Ex Machina, I think that's what it's called. And it was just really, really frustrating to me that I feel like the only time they really ever solved a conflict was when Emma killed that writer, but even that wasn't really solved because they just kept coming back, and I just really I hate that. I really don't like that. And I think that made me actually appreciate the book Six of Crows even more, because like a book like Six of Crows, the characters are given an impossible challenge before them and they actually solve it and they actually find a solution that, myself, the reader, could have thought of but didn't. Whereas like the characters in this book, when they're faced with a conflict, some magical miracle happens to them and completely solves the problem. Well, not completely, but helps them out. So I thought that was really frustrating. A second reason I'm done with a capital D, done with this book, is that there were so many loose ends. And that is unlike the first book, because in the first book, everything wrapped up and there was a cliffhanger ending. And a cliffhanger is not a loose end. A cliffhanger is when there's an overarching plot of the book, and that overarching plot is satisfied, and then there's one last ending scene that's like a twist. It throws in a wrench in the plans, and it keeps you hooked and keeps you wanting more. That's a cliffhanger versus a loose end in this book, where there's something introduced in the middle of this book, or even near the end of this book, but not completely. There's something introduced that is never ever solved and never satisfied, and that really, really is so frustrating. And so some loose ends in this book that I'm just like, what the heck? Or maybe I'm just stupid, but I just really did not understand so many things in this book. Starting with Diego and Jamie. Literally, what the heck was up with that? I was so confused the entire time about that. And first of all, I don't even trust Diego and Jamie. There's something really shifty, really weird going on there. And I think it's really weird that, how long was Jamie in Drew's room? He stays in her room for a week, and then suddenly he has to talk to Christina, and then suddenly he has to go. And the fact that he left his duffel bag behind, I feel like that memed the guy that's because no way he accidentally did that. I think that was totally on purpose. He would not just forget his duffel bag, the most important thing. And there's something weird in his bag that transported Drew, I guess, to the Unseelie Court. What was up with that scene? Where did Drew go? Did she go somewhere? She was still in the Institute. I don't know. That was really weird. Who was the boy she saw? That was really weird. And why does Diego and Jamie even have some sort of weird artifact where you press it and it takes you to the Unseelie Court? What the heck? And I'm so, listen, I love Drew. I feel for Drew. That part where she was jealous of Christina's dimples, Drew. I really, really felt her there. I felt for her. But I was so mad at her for not telling anyone about that artifact. I feel like that was a huge freaking red flag, because why are they connected to the Unseelie Court? That's just really, really weird. So many questions there. And at the end, when Diego took Kieran, well, he didn't even take him. He was like, oh, Kieran, come with me, Christina said to. I was like, if Christina really had that plan, she would have told someone. And that just made me so mad. I do not trust Diego, and I love Kieran. What a cutie. Oh my god, that was just so frustrating. I don't understand Diego and Jamie, and that was never wrapped up. And I feel like that was introduced and not wrapped up. And I know we were wrapped up in book 3, but it still really pisses me off that it wasn't wrapped up in this book. To me, it's not a cliffhanger. That's just loose end that she didn't tie up. And another thing I was super confused about was I was confused about Julie and Emma plan. Maybe I need to reread it. I read this book very, very fast, so I was very into it. But so Emma, their big plan is that Emma will be exiled, and also that's never gonna happen now that she freaking she's the most powerful shadow hunter ever? Question mark? But okay, I have so many feelings. That last scene in the council meeting, what a meeting! Oh my god, the world of the Shadowhunters were basically shattered in that meeting. Is that an average day for them? That is just crazy. When the mortal sword, like there was a whole series about that sword. I cannot believe that she could destroy the sword. What? And oh my god, when Alex's father died, like even at that moment I was like, heck no at that moment. And then later when Livy died, I was like, so I was just like totally done.